Hey Rogers, Blubber here, and today we are going to go over a bunch of rare cars in Greenville that players don't typically use. Now, if you remember a month ago, I did a video similar to this, but the difference with this video is every single car in this list will not require any game pass whatsoever, and these vehicles I actually do suggest that players use. Now, this list does vary from some cheaper cars up to more expensive cars. I think the most expensive one is in like the mid-40s range, so nothing too crazy. And again, no cars on this list will require you any game pass. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's hop right in. Okay guys, first off here we have the 2020 BKM Leipzig. I'm pretty sure is how you say it, Leipzig. And this vehicle will cost you $43,000 and $600 on top of the $43,000, so $43,600. And the starting price is also that. There's also a more expensive trim, but that one does require Green Pass. This is the front wheel drive trim. And yeah, this is the class. This class is hatchback. And yeah, let's just hop right into the vehicle. So this is like any typical BMW, but I'm pretty sure this car is not sold in North America in real life. This is a European version, but anyways, let's start it up. So pretty nice car all around. They have really nice taillights, actually really like those. Very nice front headlights. Like all around, this car is actually very nicely developed. I don't know why not many people really use this. And for the small amount of people who do use this, they are 9 out of 10 times from Europe, because this car is actually sold in Europe and stuff like that. But this vehicle is very well valued. It's one of the few BMWs you can get without a game pass. And as you can tell by the performance here, this thing actually goes decently fast. Now, the main reason why I think this vehicle doesn't really get many people to use it is probably primarily due to being a hatchback and also the vehicle not being big for the majority of the player base, as most of the player base is within North America. Here, let's do a quick brake test. Pretty decent braking, and of course headlights the emergency lights automatically come on, and the car also has a horn, of course. And yeah, all around it's a really good car, and I would 100% suggest it. Let's hop on to number 2. Alright guys, here we have the 2022 Sumo Asight, and this vehicle will cost you $41,320, or you can get a cheaper model for $32,295. Ranges between, this is top of the line, so it kind of ranges in the 30s area. And this is an SUV, and yeah, let's hop right into the vehicle. So this is a Subaru, which is kind of interesting because for a Subaru, you think it'd be like more of a, I guess, progressive type of vehicle, but in real life, this thing's actually kind of lackluster. It's behind on technology and stuff like that for such a brand new vehicle. But in Greenville, it looks pretty cool. I mean, like, this package is so cool. This is the Obsidian package, just kind of like blacked out. No game pass at all again. It has pretty nice blinkers all around. Taillights are pretty nice. It has like updated taillights. Headlights are pretty decent too, but this vehicle is very underused. I don't think I've ever seen anyone but myself ever use this, and that's just because I like the styling of this vehicle. The vehicle is decently speedy, has a okay horn. Let's quickly test out the brakes. Pretty decent braking, and how many things can this thing seat? And this can fit 8 people, so this is an 8-person type of vehicle. You can haul around 8 people, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But yeah, this vehicle is severely underused. Again, SUVs aren't actually used too much in Greenville, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this, especially this trim for some reason. So yeah, I wish I could see this thing around more, but it makes sense. This thing doesn't sell well in real life, and it obviously doesn't sell well in Greenville either, hence it being in this video. But let's hop on to number 2. Apologies, I meant to say let's hop on to number 3, but here we have the 2019 Falcon Fission. This vehicle will cost you $29,994, and it starts at $19,999. This is a sedan, and yeah, let's hop right into the vehicle. So before you guys come for me, I'm purely talking about the civilian version of this vehicle. I know LEO people use this a decent amount. Let's start it up. This vehicle is actually severely underrated for civilians of the game, I guess you could say. Like, it's a pretty nice vehicle. I understand a lot of people don't really like American vehicles too much, but I feel like this one's actually pretty decent. And it's a very nice, I almost said SUV, it's a very nice sedan. Has pretty decent, I guess, performance. That's what I'm looking for. I'm totally not seat deprived, I promise, guys. Yeah, all around pretty nice car, decent horn. Anyway, let's get up to top speed real quick, then we can do a quick brake test. Braking is not the fastest, but it is very, very smooth. And yeah, this car's all around very nice, and I 100% do suggest it. But I understand people not really wanting driving around civilian versions of LEO vehicles. All comes down to preference. Just a pretty cool suggestion of a vehicle to try out. Anyways, let's hop on to number 4. Alright guys, next up we have the 2017 Chevlon Apex. This vehicle, as tested, will cost you $25,700, and it starts at $13,500. This is an SUV, and yeah, let's hop right into the vehicle right here. And this thing's actually pretty decent. And yeah, I mean, like, it's, I guess, a economy SUV, you could say. And it's not the fastest, it's not super speedy, but I think it's one of the best SUVs can get for the value, I guess, or like the price of it is what I was supposed to say there. And yeah, it's not super modern. It does, I think it should get the updated lights and everything, but for how old this thing is, like, game-wise, not actually real life. For like how long it's been in the game, I think it's held up pretty well. The horn's actually really nice on this. Yeah, let's get up to speed. And it does feel actually pretty big for like a crossover. Anyways, here, let's get this thing up to like a very high speed. Then we can slam on the brakes real quick. So 120, that's a good speed. And just hit the brakes. Brakes are not the fastest, but again, super smooth. So yeah, this thing is pretty nice. And I understand it, not everyone's going to be a fan of the silent. Silent is kind of questionable. But hey, if you're looking for like a good economy SUV that not many people use, this is one to go for. And this car also has a wide variety of trims to pick from. There's like a blacked out trim. There's also the base trim for a lot cheaper. I try to go for top of the line most of the time though, just to show what the best, I guess, trim offers. But yeah, let's hop on to number 5, guys. All right, guys, next up we have the 2016 Elysion Hobby. This vehicle, as tested, will cost you $22,500 and it starts at $17,200. And yeah, let's hop into the vehicle. So a Honda ZR-V on this list. It was surprising, but when I actually really deeply thought about it, I don't think I've ever really seen anyone use this vehicle. People always resort for the new CR-V and stuff like that. And I kind of see why. I don't know, something just feels off about it in game. Like, obviously, it's a very nice job model-wise, but I don't know. I don't remember it looking like this in real life. But all around, this vehicle is actually pretty nice as driving it. And it's pretty good value as well. And it's something I literally never ever seen Greenville. And if you guys see these vehicles, let me know down in the comments. I'm going off my personal experience and some suggestions from people. Anyways, let's get this thing up to speed. So top speed is 119 miles per hour, which is not anything crazy for this class. It's not bad at all. And let's quickly hit the brakes. Very fast braking, not the smoothest, but decently smooth. Decent horn, says blinkers, everything like that. I love when they do it on the mirrors. It's just something I personally like. Nice headlights, everything like that. And all around, it's a very nice car. I just wish more people would use cars like these, but not a crazy amount, because I would get kind of tired seeing like 20 of these things driving around. Maybe like a few every once in a while. But yeah, let's hop on to the next car. Alright guys, next up we have the 2015 Elysion Slick Sedan, and this car as tested will cost you $21,500 and it starts at $15,000. Now before you guys come for me, I know the Honda Civic in-game is actually decently popular, but I don't feel like this model year is used much at all, especially the ESI trim. Like, even though this car has gone like some quality of life updates and stuff like that, and even though it is actually a pretty decent car, most people resort to the newer Civics. Especially the 2022 one. Even the 2020 model isn't used a crazy amount. But this vehicle is actually decently underrated. Now, I know the SI does not really appeal to everyone, and this generation doesn't appeal to everyone. But if you put on like some pretty sick rims, this thing can look pretty clean. And yeah, top speed's not crazy, but hey, it gets up to top speed pretty quick. So there's that, and pretty decent braking. Nice horn, nice blinkers, everything. And it's just a car that I wish more people use. I've used this car in quite a few of my videos, like best cheap sports cars and stuff like that, like my favorite sedans, stuff like that. And I don't know, I just want this car to get more appreciation. I want to see it more on the road, because I do think this is actually a pretty nice vehicle, and it is pretty underappreciated. But let's hop on to the next car, guys. Hey guys, next up we have the 2012 Falcon Fission, and now we're starting to get into more of the cheaper cars, I guess. This as tested will cost you $19,350, and it starts at, you can get the base model for like $9,340, and of course this is a sedan, and alright, it's a pretty decent vehicle, and let's hop into it. So yeah, if you didn't notice, we tested the 2019 version of this vehicle earlier on. I think I like the 2019 a bit more, but this thing it does feel faster, I will say that. But here, just get on the road real quick, and this car does have all-wheel drive, and surprisingly, this thing actually has AEB. For such an old vehicle, this thing has AEB, which is kind of shocking to me. Alright, let's get on the road. It definitely does feel more sporty than the newer one, I will say that. I'm not a huge fan of the design, but regardless, let's see what it gets up to though. So this thing looks like 152. Let's do quick brakes. Very slow braking, but it's super smooth braking. So kind of pros and cons of that. There are the blinkers. I actually kind of like the blinkers on the rear end, and of course headlights, all that type of stuff. Oh, okay, come on. Horn is decent, nothing crazy, and this vehicle is decently nice. It is a bit older, it doesn't look as nice as some of the other cars, but I do think this vehicle does appreciate some love, because it is very nicely tuned, handles well, and the performance is actually pretty decent. But yeah, let's hop on to the next car. Now when I said we were going to get cheaper cars, I really meant it. Here we have the 2009 Jupiter Inspire. This as tested will cost you $12,550, and the base model starts at $4,950. This is an SUV and a Saturn, so yeah, this is a Saturn. Pretty cool. And before you come for me for the car's looks, let's just get on the road and see how it performs. Keep in mind, this thing's $12,000. It's a bit older, but honestly, I think it knows it's ugly because it kind of owns up to it, but in like its cool, own unique way. No, I know I'm gonna get attacked for this. There's nothing I can do to stop everyone from attacking me, but I actually think this thing's pretty unique. It has decent blinkers, headlights, all that type of stuff. I actually really like the horn on this. But the only reason why I recommend this vehicle is because I don't think it even tries to hide away from the ugly, because Saturn was always like that one car company that really expressed themselves. And yeah, it's either you appreciate this car or you don't appreciate it. You can't change someone's mind. But 150 miles per hour in a $12,000 SUV. Let's hit the brakes. Okay braking for the speed. Kind of, it was somewhat smooth. But yeah, imagine being able to get up to 150 miles per hour in a Saturn. That's kind of crazy to me, and that's the main reason why it's on this list, because this thing's low-key kind of a sleeper, unless we like take the body kit seriously, which I don't think most people will. Yeah, anyways, pretty cool vehicle. Let's hop on to the next one. Alright guys, next up we have a classic for Greenville people who've been playing since the initial revamp, or even before. We have the 2009 Mazuku Hofu. This car will cost you $8,000, and it's only one trim, so the vehicle costs you $8,000. That's it. This is obviously a sedan, and yeah, let's hop right in. Now, if you guys remember, if you played Greenville when the revamp first came out, this was actually a somewhat popular vehicle, but it very, very quickly fell off, even though this vehicle is an absolute sleeper. And it's actually a pretty nice vehicle. I think it's held up pretty well. It could use a slight refresh in my opinion. Yeah, this car's amazing brakes, really good acceleration. Just all around, it is an amazing car. I don't know what else to say. The design, you either love it or hate it, I'm not gonna lie. Rear end does look a lot nicer than the front end of the vehicle. But just look how fast this thing goes up to speed. Max speed is kind of low over here. Let's hit the brakes. Look how fast and how smoothly that thing just braked. Absolutely amazing. I love this car so much. Horn is actually very unique. I don't think I hear that on many cars. Pretty decent blinkers, all that type of stuff. Headlights too. And yeah, this car is pretty nice. 100% suggested. And I just hit my mic. I am so sorry. And come on, GV devs, let's skip this thing a slight refresh. Okay, before you guys come for me for this final vehicle, hear me out, okay? This is the 2009 Jupiter Halo, as tested 7,500, and it starts at 5,200. Yeah, this thing is not the best looking car, but hear me out, okay? This thing, first of all, it's very unique. Tell me you've seen something like this drive around in Greenville. No, you have not. And this car is a tiny bit pricey for its design and looks. But would you expect this Grandmobile to actually have decent performance? Absolutely not. This thing's actually pretty quick off the line. Like, I'll show you guys. Like, you would expect this thing to be slower than like a bicycle. But no, you'd be mistaken. This thing's actually somewhat decently fast off the line. And it actually has like pretty good acceleration for what it is. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, it's actually pretty decent. It has a pretty low top speed though, 118. Brakes are actually pretty cool though, and don't you love the GM quality of the vehicle, like lifting up super high when you hit the brakes? Like, look at this. Look at how it lifts up. Love that. Has pretty decent blinkers and all that type of stuff. Horn is absolutely annoying, and it does look like an alien, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this unironically, and it's a pretty cool car, besides the design and looks and the overall feel of the vehicle. But I wanted to throw in like one, I guess, like odd child, I guess you could say, because I do think this car does appreciate. No, I feel like it does need more appreciation, because it's just like an oddball car, and if you don't really care for your car's looks and just want to be unique, this is the one to go for. And please don't send me hate comments over this. Anyways, let's hop on to the outro. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know what videos you want to see down below. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, guys. Holy, I've been like struggling to speak this entire video. You guys have no idea how many retakes I've done. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.